everyone. 2K Sports brings you the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan. I'm joined by Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr as we get set to bring you all the action. And now we take a brief check at the matchups. Our starting five for both teams. Hey guys, what are we going to be looking for in this one from O'Neal?
Yeah, when he's not blocking shots, he's altering them, Kevin, because he's just a constant presence and a threat defensively in the paint.
And Steve, very few players have his finishing ability. We see him get a lot of and ones because even if he draws hard contact, he is able to play through that and typically score.
Here's Jackson. Kicks to O'Neal. Feeds it to Singleton. He passes to Jackson. And it ends up out of bounds. They'll keep possession. King with the steal. It's Jackson with the draw. Wow, we're going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Kevin. That was special.
Oh, man, that was a circus dunk.
And the home team has possession. He feeds it to Roberts. The turnaround. Rebounded by Jackson.
He operates pretty well in traffic, guys, but that was a tough play to finish off.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Hey, Kevin, I had a chance to catch up with the visiting team's head coach. He said his team is going to try to limit the amount of second chance points they give up. I asked if he had anything specific in mind, and he told me it has to be a team effort in this one. Everyone has to box out, from the guards to the big fellas. Gentlemen?
Great, Doris. Thank you.
It's not necessarily an overlooked part of the game, but rebounding can affect everything else you do.
Just 3 to shoot. And here's Rose. Pass to Weber. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Way to play in attack mode and get inside.
And you know, if you're on defense and you're going to foul, make sure it's a good one. They did, preventing the and one.
This is his first free throw of the game. And the first one drops. Weber hits them both. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
You're good, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Number 10, defended by King. The dish to Singleton. O'Neal a screen on Jackson. Singleton kicks to O'Neal. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
I'll tell you what I love about him. His ability to finish even while absorbing contact. He is so strong. Even with defenders hanging all over him, he continues to finish at the basket.
And I know nothing fires him up more than a huge jam right in the face of an opponent. I mean, those facials get him going. Don't discount how that can deflate the defender and the other team, too.
Rose kicks to Howard. He dishes it to Weber. Got a piece of it. Here's Jackson. And the basket good. Jackson's got his first 2 points.
His presence is very comforting for this team. He's kind of a fallback option for them anytime they need it.
The feed now to Howard. Rose. Dishes it to Jackson. Weber, guarded by O'Neal. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
Tough play. He had to fight his way all the way to the rim.
That free throw good from Weber. 1:44 left to play in the first quarter. Jackson with it, and Rose picks him up defensively. Jackson kicks to Singleton. Back to Jackson. The pass to Singleton. 6 on the shot clock. Rebounded by Howard.
That's a tough one there because he's wide open. That's a shot he expects to make.
Passes to Rose. Back to Howard. Here's King. No good with the triple. Jackson against Jackson. Jackson passes to Singleton. Number 32. Weber pulls it in. Here is Rose. King left side. Back to Rose. Fires from deep. No luck. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Can't hit from in close. Now Weber. He has 5. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And he knocks down the first one. Rose hits them both. 34 seconds left to play in the first. From outside the arc, shot's good. Number 14. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. The away team, they lead by 3. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. Up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
And the defense has been key in building this lead. They've really clamped down hard.
They've done a nice job, Steve. I think challenging every shot, a hand up on every shot.
Trying his luck deep. The shot is off. Fast break. Here we go. Number 34. And he finishes the break with a lay-in.
Well, every once in a while, he'll show us some pretty good moves around the hoop.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, over to you.
Well, guys, Andrea Bargnani, the number 1 overall pick back in 2006, but he hasn't been a star caliber player in the NBA. Injuries have played a role, certainly, but his defense and rebounding have been the biggest problems. A former coach of his with the Raptors said it just didn't seem like he had enough passion for the game, that it wasn't important enough to him. Some pretty harsh words, but guys, sometimes for 7-footers, the game finds them. And defense and rebounding, certainly not the glamorous parts of this game. Kevin, we'll see if he ever realizes his potential.
And hope for the best. Thanks, Doris. And we played through the first minute here in the second.
Boy, that's his second foul, and he does not want to pick up number 3 here. That'll mess your game up for sure.
The visitors on defense. 3-point lead. To the paint. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Yeah, the defender draped all over him.
Pretty plain and simple. Got him good there.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. That one misses. To the middle. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. The first free throw is good.
Shooting 100% in the quarter. They've made them all, taking full advantage at the line.
Well, it's a nice job of really making the most of their opportunities.
Howard's checked in for Riley. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Number 41. Clock at 6. Number 13. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Yeah, no excuses there. Got a really good look at the basket after being freed up by the pick.
We say it all the time. The execution was excellent. The result not as good, but good ball movement anyway.
And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Fires the three. That's good.
Most any NBA player can make you pay when you leave them that wide open. That's why you have to stay alert on defense.
He kicks to Howard. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Number 11 finds himself wide open and drills it.
He needs to get them back into a flow offensively. You know, things have gotten stagnant for them, and they're starting to force some of these shots.
And that can snowball on you. One guy takes a bad shot, then another guy does, and then you're missing back-to-back-to-back shots, and all of a sudden, you have no rhythm and you're self-inflicting wounds.
1:10 left now here in the second. Jackson passes to King. From outside, off the mark. Number 11, defended by King. And it's going to be out of bounds. And they retain possession.
Maybe a low percentage pass, but it still nearly got through.
I like it, though. I mean, it's an aggressive play. Heads up defending to deflect it away.
There's 49 seconds left in the second quarter. Number 34 connects from three-point range. He's got 6.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
Yeah, they have the defense on the run right now because every pass seems to have a purpose. They're getting great movement, great spacing, and they're really lining them up defensively.
Here's King. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
How about that? They respond to a three-pointer with a quick three of their own.
Yeah, terrific. Great back-and-forth sequence right there.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Number 13. He's covered by Rose. A nice shot by Roberts. And here is Howard. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Pass to Riley. Kicks it to Howard. Outside Rose. Feeds to Jackson. 18 feet out. And he gets the jumper to drop. Number 13. No good. And the first half ends in a close one. The away team leading by just 1. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
Time now for the Tuesday Roundup, coming to you on 2K Sports. The away team so far is fighting for control. Getting free throw shots at the line, good hard-nosed basketball, that's been their meal ticket. On the other hand, the home club also been giving it their best. They've gotten a tremendous boost from their reserves, going to them early in the game for production. And that does it for us here in the studio. Thanks so much for joining me. And now, back out to Kevin and the gang.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. So it's the visitors now. It's a one-point game. Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. They've got Jackson. And it's Robertson at the 4-man position. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. And the first one at the line is good. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Well, you kind of expect that from him. You pretty much know what the result's going to be when he goes to the line.
Throws off the big from Howard. Rose goes in. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two.
Yeah, the referee's all over that one.
No doubt about it. Clearly a foul. Nothing to argue about there.
And both free throws good for Rose. He feeds it to Jackson. Number 10. The three-pointer, no good.
I tell you what, you can shake your confidence missing wide-open shots like that.
There's the pass to King. The dish to Howard. Jackson kicks to Howard. King on its way from Rose for two. That doesn't go either for Rose. It's Jackson with the drive. That's the bucket. Jackson's got 4 this quarter.
And of all the things about him that you like offensively, it's his composure that jumps out at me. The way he never gets rattled. The defense can get in him. He doesn't care. He just continues to do his thing.
And another thing he's known for all over the league is what an angry shot blocker he is. He does it with an attitude when he knocks it out of the air and sends it behind the shooter.
It's stolen by Rose. There's the lob to the hoop.
And the lead goes right back over. This is a seesaw affair.
The game's there for the taking, but neither team seems to want it.
Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Now O'Neal. Pass to Jackson. And that goes out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. Two minutes gone in this third quarter now. 6 to shoot. Looks for O'Neal. Gets it to him. An emphatic LSU jam. And Clark, a great competitive game so far.
Yeah, tit for tat. I mean, back and forth, plenty of lead changes, and excellent play.
These two teams, guys, look so evenly matched to me. I think this could go right down to the wire.
And stolen by Singleton. .146 left in the third quarter. Jackson kicks to Weber. O'Neal's there. Puts up the baby hook. Gets it to go. Weber's got 7 points in the game.
You got to love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of grinded-out physical game.
Yeah, that was your game, Clark. Pound it inside and take the ball right to the defense.
That's what I tried to do, man. I knew my limitations.
1:31 left in the third quarter of the game.
Looked like some miscommunication there offensively. Those guys were not on the same page.
Singleton, he's checked in for Jackson. Weber with it. 7 points in the game. Jackson.
Oh, ridiculous.
What a move.
Tore it down that time. I don't know that this is a time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is the 2 points, not the dramatic.
Oh, come on, Clark. He had to go for it, didn't he?
I'm with you, Kevin. You can't fault him for that. I mean, just let him go. Who cares?
Deflected. Here's Jackson. Hammers it home to polish off the break.
How about that now? What a sensational finish.
Oh, got to be able to get some hang time to do that one.
Yeah, you got to rise and levitate.
Suspend yourself.
Yeah, levitate.
And glide. And glide. You got to glide in and reverse it home. So sweet.
Now, here is Singleton. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Clock is at 3. Lets it fly. The good-looking shot from the wing. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Passes it to King. Jackson. Howard setting the pick for Jackson. King, the pass to Jackson. From past the arc, cut the bucket. Jackson's got 11.
And a nice jump for their offense in the second half. They're now up above 50% shooting for the game.
And Steve, it's no surprise to see them in the lead. I mean, when you score efficiently like that, you keep a lot of pressure on the other team.
He hits the second from the line. Outside Rose. Howard, the pass to King. On the wing, Jackson. Back to King. No good. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. The away team up by 5. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter. We've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. The fourth quarter of action getting started. And here's Jackson. We've got Weber. Rose is out there with King. Then there's Jackson, and it's Howard in at the power forward. He dishes it to O'Neal. Back to Jackson. Number 12. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
Wow, fans just getting their money's worth tonight. Really entertaining ball game.
It has been. The margin separating these teams has been paper thin.
Jackson kicks to Howard. Back to Jackson. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Jackson's got 10 points in just the second half. Dishes it to O'Neal. Working on Weber. The jump hook, and O'Neal finishes inside.
They've raised their field goal percentage just above 50% here. They actually look like a totally different team than what we saw in the first half. Much better execution offensively.
Backing down is Weber. Buries the 7-footer.
And this game is really heated up. I didn't think it could get any more high scoring than it already was.
Well, there's always room for more offense, Steve. You know that.
Jackson kicks to Roberts. There's the feed to O'Neal. With the putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Boy, nice tip in to salvage the points from the missed shot. And made it work.
And those second chance points, Clark, they do add up.
Yes, sir. They sure do. That's why boxing out is so important defensively. You can't just let a guy get to the rim and not put a body on him.
Weber gets the bucket.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
You have to like what we're seeing from Jackson.
He just continues to light them up. They're going to have to find a way to make him work harder for his point.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Hi, guys. I got a chance to hear what the home team head coach was saying to his players. The message, stick with it. He said the game is right there, fellas, right there for the taking. But we've got to play with purpose and precision. Kevin, can they get it done?
Rose kicks to Howard, and so out of bounds it goes. And they'll keep possession. Left side Rose. He passes it to Howard. King with it. He kicks it to Weber. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really want. He's got one more, though. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. It's Jackson with the drive. Rebounded by Howard. Howard's got his 5th rebound in this one. King, the pass to Howard. Back to King. Kicks it to Howard. Rose. Pass to Weber. O'Neal's there. Left block shot on the way. It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
The defense keeps coming up short. Just no solution for Weber. He has 12 points, and he's done his job at the charity stripe. He's gotten 4 of his points from there.
Man, that's a good place to get them. You know, they don't come easier than that, but you've got to get yourself there first.
And here's O'Neal. Jackson. High, arcing shot. Nice D from Rose. Clark, plenty of drama in this one so far.
And I would not be surprised if it goes right down to the buzzer.
King, the pass to Howard. Rose dishes to Weber. takes it into the teeth of the knee and converts the way up.
Something happened at halftime because they seem to have left their defensive effort in the locker room.
And so here's the home team. Jackson comes over with the double. Singleton kicks to O'Neal. Down low. Rebounded by Howard, and that's an intentional foul. First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there.
I'm sure he would have liked to have had all of those, but he still padded their lead a little bit at least.
Jackson drives in. King with the block. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. That is good.
And a terrific run to really put this ball game away.
And now let's see how many more points they can throw up there before the horn sounds.
Number 10. And it's off from three-point range. Now Howard. Feeds it to Rose. King. Back to Rose. The pass to Howard. Here's Jackson. What do you think, guys?
Well, never say never, I guess. They just have no quit in them.
And I think you have to respect that attitude and approach. I know most teams would have called it a game already.
The visiting club takes the win on the road. They pulled off this win, Clark, with respectable performances